Now, Africa is rich in minerals resources, but remains the poorest region of the world. As African leaders look for ways to grow their economies, they face many hurdles, including a lack of energy production and poor infrastructure. Transform Africa into a vibrant, developed economy are challenged by insufficient energy sources and poor infrastructure. Eugene Nyambal with the World Bank says Africa's overall energy production is dismal.
The whole African continent, 48 countries, produce as much energy as Spain. 1 African out of 5 people has access to electricity, against half of the people in South Asia, and 4 people out of 5 in Latin America.
Nyambal says Africa also lags behind the world in terms of infrastructure. This makes the cost of doing business in Africa much higher, diminishing its ability to compete.
The lack of infrastructure costs about between 1 and 2% of GDP. The key is to reverse the trend and invest massively in infrastructure to catch up with the other continents.
Some African countries are investing in ambitious energy generation projects and expanding infrastructure. Recently, Ethiopia inaugurated what is perhaps the largest hydroelectric power project in Africa, the Gilgal-Gibe 3, along the Omo River. Prime Minister Meles Zenawi says the project will make the country self-sufficient in electricity and help expand development.
What we have been doing in Ethiopia could be used as an example to show to people that we're not simply looking for charity.
Currently, only a third of Ethiopia's population has electricity, and power cuts are common across the country. Officials say once the Gilgal-Gibe project is completed, Ethiopia will be able to even export excess electricity to Spain and Turkey. Kenya is also looking to produce more energy from different sources. The Olkaria geothermal plant, set up over 20 years ago, lies 90 kilometers from Nairobi in the middle of a national park. Geoffrey Muchemi is the geothermal manager of the Kenya electricity generating company KenGen. He explains how they assess geothermal potential.
These indicators include the red soil, the white soil, the yellowish sulfur material. All those indicate to us that this area is a potential geothermal area.
Oserian Development Company is the first geothermal-powered flower farm in the world. Engineering Director Bruce Knight says using geothermal energy has afforded them many advantages over their competitors.
Our costs are less, our quality is guaranteed, and we produce a better quality flower cheaper than anyone else.
In his book, Creating Prosperity in Africa, Nyambal says if African leaders make their countries attractive to such investors by increasing energy production and expanding infrastructure, the continent will attain the desired economic development. He says only African leaders will help develop their continent by developing a vision of how to create more wealth for the people and how to catch up with other continents.